It's a nice TM. What's this? Elite Championship. Okay. I hope there's not a rival battle. I need to heal. Okay. I need to heal. Heal! Heal me! Heal me! I need the healing. Oh, thank you. Alright. Alright, so that one's probably going to cause me issues on YouTube. Because that sounds like it would be something that would cause me issues. Anyway, can I find that Pokemon now? While I go around trying to find gym trainers? Or not gym trainers, like people to grind off of, if you will. Because I wasn't trying to skip every trainer. I was just trying to, like... This Pokemon! This is the one that I wanted to show off. I know that the other guy had it, though, but this one's got Intimidate, bro! Oh, I would love this thing. However, I don't need a fire type, and I don't need a dark type either, but this thing is actually kind of awesome. I used one in my first time going through when I found out about its typing, which was, I think it's Fire Dark at the end. I don't know if it has it right now. But it actually does look really awesome. Yeah, it has a really good hidden ability too. It's got one that makes it immune to fairy types, which is actually kind of amazing. But it does take a while for it to actually fully evolve. It fully evolves at level 72, which is insane. But it's got an insane attack stat, and it's pretty defensive too. Ow. Now I just need to defeat everything and get experience for about, according to OPS, 12 minutes. Yeah, so I'll try and level up everybody here till about like level 70. I'll keep Evie on the EXP share. And then right before we even go to like the Elite Four or whatever, before we continue the story or whatever, I will try and not try and progress through the story as much as possible. I mean, like, if I accidentally take 2 steps towards the middle of the room or whatever, then it triggers. I'm gonna probably end up being very angry with myself after hours of grinding. But it should be fine. But I'm definitely going to go and continue grinding. As much as I would really rather not, but... yeah, because this is all I do. In those other routes is just do this. So there's going to be about 11-12 minutes of this, and I'm going to try and figure out topics to talk about. Yeah, like, back to what I was talking about for legendary Pokemon in general, for Brilliant Diamond, like, I was surprised that a lot of them were very quick, and as I've said before and many other times, and I'll probably continue saying it, I was very disappointed with what the Shaman put me through in Brilliant Diamond, but then now that I'm thinking about it, when I did that Shaman fight, it was right after I attempted so many times to catch it in Legends Arceus, and that one was giving me a hard time. So I think that maybe my Nintendo Switch might have went like, listen, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, he was struggling with the one from Legends Arceus. So can you do me a solid and just give him the one? And so Brilliant Diamond's like, you know what? I'll do you a solid, Nintendo Switch. I will do that. And that's exactly what it did. Because that's the only thing that I can come up with. That is the reason why it actually gave me the win. Because there is no other thing that I can think of that actually makes sense. And that is the weird thing, because that is the only thing that actually makes sense in my head. Is that my Nintendo Switch pleaded with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and said, give it to him. And I'm just like, yay, thanks, Nintendo Switch. And although I'm very disappointed, though, that it took 3 turns. I kid you not, it took 3 turns. I paralyzed the first turn, false swiped, so that was at 1 HP. Yeah, I paralyzed it, so... and then I weakened it to 1 HP, threw 1 Pokeball, and it stayed in. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's very interesting. Like, I didn't think it would actually stand in one Pokeball. I thought it was actually going to take me, like, 3, 4, maybe. Similar to how the Arceus later on did. Although, I'm going to say, though, that I'm very surprised of their release order. Because I thought that it would be, like, Shaman, Darkrai, then Arceus. But it turns out that it was Shaman, Arceus, and then Darkrai, which I'm trying to figure out why they did it that way. Because I think in the Pokédex order, I think it's like Shaman, then Darkrai, then it's Arceus. Actually, I might be wrong. It might be Darkrai, Shaman, and then Arceus. I know Arceus is last. But I'm trying to think of like how everything else is. Actually, I can find out what's through Cerebi. Cerebi, my best friend of Pokemon information. Alright, let's see here. Oh, Darkrai is first before Shaman. Oh, okay. I definitely don't know this. Definitely don't know this thing. Wait, did the time that it come out, was there a Friday the 13th maybe? Because I'm trying to think, like, if that was, like, the coolest thing, like if that was, like a clever thing that they could pull in for that. I don't think so. I don't think there was one. Huh. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, but I was able to, I'm glad that the Arceus actually gave me at least a little bit of trouble. Yeah, the Arceus gave me a little bit of trouble. Darkrai, not really as much, but it did do better than the Shaman. It was not as difficult as the Arceus, but it was definitely... It was easier than the Arceus, but it was harder than the Shaman. So it was in between. It was like a sweet middle ground kind of thing, which I liked. I'm trying to think of everything else too. Yeah, because Legends Arceus, I only ever used a Pokeball, although I will have to... I mean, that video is probably already going to be up by the time this is out. More than likely. I did have to use a different Pokeball, specifically for the Unknown. There are two that I am talking about. That I actually had to use the, what was it called? The Jet Ball or something like that? Or the one that allows it to stay in the air for longer or something like that? Or fly along the air or something around there. I actually had to use those Pokeballs because it's not because, like, oh my god, the Pokeball was not cutting it. It was because when I'm trying to throw the Pokeball at those Unknown, they're too high for the Pokeball to go there. I tried different angles. I tried many different methods of trying to actually go and throw a Pokeball up there. Nothing was working. The only way that I could have gotten those Unknown is if I could actually throw the Pokeball off of the Braviary. That was the only way that I could have actually been able to do it. And I was very disappointed that you couldn't catch them in that way. And I was disappointed. So there is actually 3 Pokemon in Legends Arceus that you are kind of forced to go and catch them in different Pokeballs for the first attempt. So the first one that I'm talking about is, like, if you go through, like, if you go and face, like, Dialga or Palkia, depending on which one you pick, the first one, you can catch it in whatever Pokeball you want. That's perfectly fine. The one that you don't pick, you have to catch it in this special Pokeball. That Pokeball is, I guess it's supposed to be like the past representation of the Cherish Ball. So you get to catch it within a Cherish Ball. That's pretty cool. But you want to know what the problem with that is? Is that for my challenge in particular, I can only catch and use Pokemon with a Pokeball. Now, I had to catch 3 Pokemon without the Pokeball. I didn't even get a choice if I wanted to use the Origin Ball. The Origin Ball was just used in a cutscene, and then it just gave me the Pokemon. And that was the only Pokemon in my entire Legends Arceus that I actually used PK Hex on. The only one that I actually used. And it was because if I had the choice and the chance of actually catching it within a Pokeball, I would have done it. I would have sat there for hours trying to catch that Palkia within a Pokeball. But I was robbed of that. I didn't even get a choice. What the cutscene should have done was that the Origin Ball, like, it should have broken out of the Origin Ball, but the Origin Ball would have absorbed so much of that energy that was turning it into its primal origin form. I don't know how you want to word it. Like, it would have absorbed so much that it would have turned to normal, and then you would be able to face it in battle. And then that's when you throw your Pokeball or weaken it or whatever. But it's fine. I'm not that angry at it. Well, I was pretty pissed when it happened because I was really angry that I didn't even get a choice. That's the one thing that I hate about certain games, is when they rob you of the choice to do something. Like, you have all this customization, or you have all this, like, extra stuff that you can do all on your own, and then they just rob you of a tiny little decision. And I'm not blaming Game Freak, I'm not blaming, like, the Pokemon Company or whatever, I'm not blaming them. It's just a design choice that I don't like. It's like saying, like, the Pokemon game that is supposed to have luxury balls doesn't have luxury balls. Like, it's supposed to have it because you're supposed to be able to buy them, but oops, they're not coded into the game. And then you're like, seriously? It's the same thing with Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, there is one move that I gave pretty much every special attack Pokemon I had, because it is such a versatile move. You can use it on anything, and it's actually a really good move. That move is Hidden Power. Hidden Power is one of the best moves in my opinion. It's a 70 base power move that is a special attack, and that can change type based upon your stats, based upon your IVs. It is perfect. That is a perfect move. It had little to no faults to it, unless they never added it in. Same thing with Return. Return is a really good move. It has a it has a chance of being, I think it's like 10 base power if your friendship is underneath or something like that. But then it has a high cap of base power of 102 if you have max friendship. And even if you have something like Aerialate or whatever, that's like an extra bonus, and that also means that you have a different you can turn it's stronger than most other flying type moves without recoil or without an extra condition with like low accuracy or anything like that. So that is incredible that Return has that versatility. Nope, not gonna add it into the game. Like, if they got with Frustration, that would have been just fine. I don't think anybody uses that move. But like Return's really good, especially at the beginning of the game when you only have like Tackle, Quick Attack, Scratch, Pound. Like, obviously you were going to use Return because Return has a chance of being stronger than those moves. It just takes time. But no, we don't get that. I don't know, I would have preferred Return over anything else. Alright, final Pokemon, and then that's it. I was gonna say, and now we're not gonna get a Pokemon. Oh, of course, it's the final Pokemon is Devimp, man, bro. Sorry, buddy. Alright, when we get back, I will fully heal everybody. I will also have everybody fully trained up to level 70. Even Evie will be level 70 with very... I don't think we need to give anybody new moves. I think their moves are perfect the way they are. Unless... Give me 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so I want to figure out how to get Swords Dance unless it's after the game. If it's after the game, forget it. We're not going to go after it because it's after the game ends. Swords Dance move. It is a TM. Yep. I can't get it now. Okay. Okay, so when do we get this then? Yeah, so after we beat this, we'll be able to get it. Of course it is. Okay, so in order for us to actually get Swords Dance, we have to get the TM or HM for Waterfall. Unfortunately, in order to get the HM Waterfall, we have to beat the game. And unfortunately, in order for us to beat the game easier, we need Swords Dance. So, looks like you're keeping Dragon Claw. Yay! But yeah, so that's going to be it. Next time, we will be taking on the Elite Four? I don't know if it's the Elite Four, but we're going to take care of the Tandor Championship. So I'll see you guys next time for some more Pokemon Uranium.